All right, let's talk about something we don't always think about when it comes to branding. We spend so much time on logos, on colors, on the look of a brand. But what about how a brand sounds? It's this huge, often overlooked piece of the puzzle, and it's absolutely crucial for making a business truly stand out.
Just for a second, listen. I mean, really listen to the world around you. You've got that startup chime from your laptop, that little jingle from an ad you heard this morning. But what are you actually hearing in all of that?
And this quote, well, it just nails the problem, doesn't it? What you're hearing, most of the time, isn't something unique. It's conformity. It's this huge, roaring sea of sameness where everybody is basically humming the same generic tune.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start by wading into that sea of sameness to really get a handle on the problem. Then we'll talk about why you need a unique voice, not an echo. From there, we'll dive into the solution, crafting a brand's very own anthem. We'll see why it's so much more than just music. And we'll wrap up with how you can start to discover your own unique sound. Okay, first up, the sea of sameness. The source material points to something called subconscious blind spots. This is where businesses, without even realizing it, just start copying what their competitors are doing, and suddenly that unique message they started with, it's completely lost in all the noise. I mean, this chart just lays it all out, right? On one side, you have yesterday's rhythm. It's all just echoes, generic stock music, that kind of low hum of what's already been done. But on the other side, that's the new beat. It's a distinct voice, a unique story, a sound that is made just for you. That's the difference between just blending in and truly standing out.
And that problem? It leads right into what the source calls the visionary's dilemma. And this is where it gets really personal for any founder, any creator, any leader out there listening right now.
This really gets to the heart of it all. You started your thing, your business, with a powerful, unique vision. You wanted to make an impact, right? The very last thing you want is for that powerful message to just get muted, to become just another forgotten note in this crowded and honestly pretty generic symphony. So you have to ask yourself and be honest. Could your brand, without you even realizing it, be a carbon copy of everyone else's sound? Are you just grabbing the same stock music, using the same audio cues as your biggest competitors? Okay, so let's flip that. Let's stop thinking about the problem and start thinking about the possibility. Just imagine for a second, what if your brand had a sound that was so unique, so undeniably you, that it just cut through all that noise and made people stop and listen? And that brings us to the solution. It's all about crafting your brand's anthem. Now, this isn't about just picking a cool song. No. This is about building a sonic identity from the absolute ground up. So what is a brand anthem? It's so important to get this. It is not a jingle. It's a completely bespoke musical experience. It's the sound of your brand's purpose, its values, its entire mission, all woven together into one cohesive sound. The whole process here is totally different. You're not scrolling through some generic music library. Nope, it starts with your vision. From there, everything is created from scratch. So the goal isn't just to find something that fits in. The goal is to create a sound that makes you impossible to ignore. But this whole idea is way bigger than just finding some music for your next marketing campaign. As the source material really drives home, this is about building a lasting legacy in sound. So what's the actual payoff here? Why should you care? Well, it's about so much more than just cutting through the noise. It's about building a sonic legacy for your brand, creating a genuinely better experience for your customers, and really showcasing that you're a true thought leader in your field. And in the end, it all just boils down to this, doesn't it? Your audience, your customers, they deserve better than generic. They deserve an experience that feels intentional, unique, and totally authentic to the brand they've chosen to connect with. So that brings us to the final and maybe most important step. How do you actually go about discovering this unique sound for yourself and your brand? The source material makes one thing crystal clear. This is not something you can just put on the back burner. The world is only getting louder, more crowded, and that makes carving out your unique sonic identity more urgent than ever before.
For anyone listening who's thinking, okay, I need to look into this, the source itself actually points you toward visionarypeople.com. It's a place to really explore what it takes to get a bespoke anthem crafted for your brand.
And that leaves us with one final big question to think about. If you could turn your brand's story, its values, its entire vision, into music, what would that actually sound like? What's the anthem that's going to define your legacy?